Friends, we are very happy to inform you that e-modules are prepared for B.Ed program at Telangana by the School of Education, Osmania University under Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching Scheme MHRD New Delhi. It's indeed our pleasure to share with the teacher educators and the prospective teachers and get maximum benefit out of it. It's a first of its attempt by us. We continue to add many more such lessons to share with you all.
Namaste students, welcome back to Osmania University online classes. I am Dr. Katyayani here to talk about these topics. What are these topics we are going to talk about today? First one is phoneme, allophone, and the second one is you will be understanding primary and secondary stress. And the third topic is sentence stress. And the fourth one is strong and weak forms, the role of strong and weak forms in making the word rhythmic. So, by the time we complete this lesson, you will be able to understand and distinguish phoneme and allophone. You can recognize the role of phonemes in word formation. You can recognize and mark syllables in the word. You can understand the importance of word stress. You can recognize and distinguish primary and secondary word stress. Are you wondering what is sentence stress? So, you will be learning about sentence stress too. You can understand sentence stress, you can distinguish content words and grammatical words, what is the role of those in creating the rhythm, and you can identify the words receiving tonic accent. You can differentiate strong forms and weak forms. Now, we are all speaking sentences. In the words, we use sounds. Sounds make words. So, every sound we can call that as a phoneme. So, phoneme can be defined as the minimal distinctive sound unit of a language. It is the smallest distinctive sound unit of a language. Now, what is an allophone? Sounds that are in complementary distribution, sounds that have phonetic similarity are grouped into one phoneme. So, the sounds that can be grouped together to a phoneme are called the allophones. We will see the examples. Allophone is a sound that is slightly different from another allophone, but both the sounds belong to the same phoneme and the difference does not affect the meaning. Now, let us see the examples. Speak, pot. In the word speak and pot, pa is used, right? But in speak, pa is not aspirated. You just say the word and see. Speak, you can hear that there is no aspiration. Whereas in pot, can you hear the aspiration? Yes, pot. Allophones are written within square brackets to indicate the precise phonetic quality. You can see here in the examples, pa in aspirated one, pot, the aspirated is written in the square brackets. And now let us see the allophones. You can see in the picture, pa without aspiration, pa with pot with aspiration. So, both of these are voiceless bilabial plosives. You have learned about these in the module video, consonants. Now, let us see another example, skating. Is there any aspiration? No. Listen to this k sound, skating. Coat. You can hear the aspiration in coat. So, skate, k is not aspirated, and whereas in coat, k is aspirated. You have to understand the phonetic environment of these sounds. For aspirated sounds, voiceless, how is the phonetic environment? So, you can see here in this picture, it is given voiceless plosives or stops are aspirated at the beginning of a word and at the beginning of a stressed syllable. That means, whenever it receives stress, only then it is aspirated. Pot, repeat. You see the example, speak. No, it is wrong, right? Speak. without aspiration, pot with aspiration, pin with aspiration, and repeat. Again this is we have two syllables, re and peat. So, in the second syllable it is receiving aspiration because stress is used here. Top, 10, we hear the aspiration on t sounds. Steel, there is no aspiration. Retort, you can hear the aspiration on the stressed syllable of and t sound. And let us see k sound. Skill, no aspiration. King, yes, aspiration because it is receiving stress. Caught, record, we have two syllables in record, re and cord. Cord, we can hear the aspiration. So, when they are not, when the sounds are not preceded by sa sound, they are aspirated. Now, in unaspirated sounds, how is the phonetic environment? Voiceless plosives or stops are unaspirated at the beginning of an unstressed syllable. So, when there is no stress on the syllable, it does not get any aspiration, and they are also unaspirated in any other position, like at the end of a syllable or at the end of a word. They are unaspirated even though the syllable is stressed if the sound follows s. We have seen the examples speak, right, spouse. In English, voiced stops or plosives are never aspirated. So, voiced ones, you learnt about voiced sounds like the, g, gun, dog, big, din. These do not receive aspiration, they are always unaspirated. Now, let us understand what is word stress. So, all the phonemes together become words. So, a word comprises one or more syllables. What is a syllable? A syllable is any of the units into which a word is divided containing a vowel sound and usually one or more consonants. So, you have a vowel sound in every syllable. Now, here you see the examples. Repeat, re is one syllable and peat is another syllable. Remember, how many syllables are there? Re, mem, ber, 3 syllables are there. Obligation, obligation, you have 4 syllables here. So, have you understood the structure of the syllable? In every syllable if you observe, like remember, re you have, r is consonant, e is vowel sound, mem, ma is, you have 2 consonants here and a, he is the vowel sound, b, is consonant and a is vowel sound. So, in every syllable we usually have a vowel sound and it is preceded and followed by consonants. Sometimes even without any consonant sound also some words are present like I, E-Y-E, I, ear. So, you have only diphthong there, no consonants before or after, E-Y-E, E-A-R, right. Only one diphthong is present. Without the presence of consonants also we have words. Now, when we have more than one syllable is said with more force than the others. The greater prominence of a syllable is due to stress or greater breath force. Now, you listen to these words, repeat, peat. Which syllable is being emphasized? Peat. The second syllable is receiving stress. And remember, so the second syllable remember, mem is receiving stress. Though we have 3 syllables, the second one is emphasized, it is receiving the prominence. So, length of the vowel in a syllable, stress and pitch change work, all this work together to make a syllable more prominent than its neighboring syllables. Obligation, you listen to this, how many syllables are there? 4 syllables are there. And which one is receiving stress? The third one, obligation. or said without any emphasis. Gation, you can hear that on g sound we are receiving the stress. So, because that is a syllable, it is receiving stress, it is receiving said with more force, and we can say that that is receiving primary stress. So, are you wondering what is secondary stress, what is primary stress? What is primary stress? Let us understand that first. So, we have more syllables in a word. You have seen that retardation and examination. So, which syllable is receiving more stress? We have how many in examination? How many syllables are there? You have examination. 5 syllables are there, right? So, which one is receiving more force than the other ones, than the remaining syllables? Name, that syllable is receiving more stress. So, that we can say that that is receiving primary stress, and out of the remaining, so we have ig, j and me and shan. Out of those, another one is also receiving stress, but not as much as the one which is receiving primary stress, that we can say as which receiving secondary stress. So, you can observe that the primary stress is marked above, whereas the secondary stress is marked below. Below you can see just before j sound, examination. Before the second syllable it is marked below that, whereas primary stress is marked above. So, primary, what is primary accent? It is articulated with greater breath force. So, you understand that primary accent, primary stress, these words are the same. So, primary stress is articulated with greater breath force. The syllable which receives secondary stress is said with less force than a syllable which receives primary stress, but with more force when compared with the remaining syllables like ig and shan, me, they are not receiving that much stress as j is receiving. So, let us see more examples: comprehensible, retardation, determination. So, out of this you can hear hence, comprehensible. So, hence that is receiving the primary stress, and out of the remaining ones comp is receiving secondary stress. Hensible is receiving primary stress, comp is receiving secondary stress. Comprehensible. In retardation, retardation, which one is receiving primary stress? Retardation, and the secondary stress re on the first syllable, retardation. Now, you can observe determination, nation is marked with primary stress which is marked above, and determination, ter is receiving secondary stress. So, you have understood the how primary stress is marked above and how secondary stress is marked before the syllable it is receiving stress. Now, let us see what is sentence stress. So, you have seen that sounds make words and words make sentences, and out of all these words, in a sentence we have words. Out of all this, all the words are not said with equal force. The syllables in those words do not receive accent. So, which words receive accent? Have you observed that he is a student, he has been writing books. So, which one are you writing? Books. Which are these words? These are receiving stress. Okay. These we can say that as content or lexical words. What are these? Nouns. Ram is writing a book. Ram writing book. Nouns So, lexical words or content words are nouns, adjectives, adverbs, main verbs, and demonstrative and interrogative pronouns like whose book is it? This is a book, right? Whose book, whose is the interrogative pronoun demonstrating this book. So, these words receive stress. In normal speech, these words receive stress or accent as these words carry information to be conveyed. Ram worried or writing book, Ram writing book. These are conveying main information, but how do we make it meaningful? So, we use grammatical words. These make a sentence grammatically correct. What are these words? Prepositions, articles, conjunctions, personal pronouns, relative pronouns, auxiliary or helping verbs, and the words which add grammatical sense to the content words and make the word meaningful and complete. Hence called as form words or grammatical words. So, do not get confused, form words are the same as grammatical words like an, articles, a, and, the, pronouns he is a boy, relative pronouns, auxiliary or helping verbs, I have been working, have been, auxiliary verbs, they do not receive stress, working is receiving stress. In connected speech, there is no change in emphasis or accentual features of polysyllabic words, whether these are used in isolation or in a sentence. Now, let us see these examples. Look at these examples. Radha has gotten a lot of opportunities. Radha, you see which are the content words here? Radha got opportunities. So, if you say you have learned about word stress, if you say that in isolation opportunities, the same word is carrying the primary stress, and when we use it in a sentence, even at that time also the same syllable is receiving stress. So, you need to be mindful of that while speaking. Radha has got a lot of opportunities. We are preparing for our examinations. We are preparing for our examinations. The same syllables, nation, examination, on only we are receiving stress. Preparing, on the same syllable. So, which are the content words here? Preparing, examination. So, auxiliary verbs are and prepositions for, our, has, a lot of. So, all these do not receive stress, they are all form words, that is why they do not receive stress. And out of these again content words, again one word is more important in conveying the information. So, that we can say that receives more stress and the tone change occurs, that we call that as the one which is receiving tonic accent. This is also called as nucleus. So, many syllables of a sentence receive primary accent, but only one of these receives tone change and is considered important. This word is the important word which has the syllable receiving tonic accent, and that is the one, that is the nucleus. Now, read these sentences. They will visit the hospital tomorrow. Meet me at 12. I have met my friend. I want to buy a house. This is the building that Raj built. Now, you can observe that content words visit, hospital, tomorrow. Out of this again, if you observe tomorrow, on that the emphasis is placed, and that is receiving the tonic accent. Usually in a sentence, in a statement, the last word is made as the one nucleus. If the speaker wants to give importance to another one, where is he going? Where are they which place are they visiting? Then probably we can make a hospital. They are visiting the hospital, not college. So, at that time you can make hospital as the nucleus, but otherwise the last one, it is a normal sentence, they will visit the hospital tomorrow. So, visit hospital tomorrow. These are receiving stress as content words, and tomorrow is made the nucleus. Meet me at 12. Meet me is the verb, that is why it is receiving the stress 12. Here we can see that as the last word it is receiving the stress, and on the same syllable, even if it is said in isolation, the same syllable receives stress, and here it is made nucleus. I have met my friend. Have is auxiliary, so we are not placing any stress. In case you are saying the sentence, I have a book, then probably you can have, I have a book. Have, if you want to give emphasis to that, I have. Do you have a book? Yes, I have a book. At that time, have, you are saying the full form and then you can emphasize, but here I have met my friend. Have is auxiliary verb, so it is a form word, grammatical word, so we are not placing any stress on that. Met, met is the main verb, we are placing stress on that, and friend, that is the last word, we are placing stress on that. I have met my friend. Let us see the fourth example. I want to buy a house. Want, buy, house. These three words are the content words, and the house is the nucleus. And this is the building that Raj built, or you can say this is the building that Raj built. Okay, you can say, you can take a stop, or you can say breath group, tone group. This is the building that Raj built. This is the building that Raj built. In case you are saying that in one tone group, then this demonstrative pronoun and building, and Raj is the noun and built. Here we are giving who has built this. So, we want to give importance to Raj. So, that one is receiving the stress and it is made the nucleus. This is the building that Raj built. Raj is the nucleus. Now, you have learned that we have content words and grammatical words, and when we use grammatical words, we say those very fast. Why do we say like that? Because English is a stress timed language. The strong or accented syllables occur at regular intervals of time. It is observed that in connected speech, rhythm is maintained by uttering the unaccented syllables using weak forms. Now, let us see the has been working, has been we are saying rather quickly. Now, let us see some examples. What are the strong forms, what are the weak forms? You already have seen the grammatical forms. Those grammatical forms, when they are said in isolation, we use the strong forms. You look at this table. Strong forms, A, how it is used? It is a book. When you are using in a sentence, you are using the, it is a book, and he is the writer, the, we are using. So, the is the, when it is said in isolation, strong form, but in connected speech, we use the weak forms. Now, here auxiliary verbs, when they are said in isolation, am, are, had, has, have, is, these are strong forms, but when we are speaking in connected speech, we do not use the strong forms. Then we use had been writing, we do not say had been writing, he had been writing, he had been attending, we use that. I have been writing, I have been watching. You do not use have, I have can you see that the weak forms? She is writing notes. She's writing, right? You say the sentence, she is writing notes. You can hear that. So, we do not use all the strong forms when we are speaking. Why do we use weak forms? Because we have to say those words rather quickly using weak forms. Why do we use them? To maintain the rhythm. So, let us see some more examples. The boy is reading a book. Which are the grammatical words here? Which are the content words? The, is, a. So, all these are grammatical words. The boy is reading a book. You can see in the transcription the weak forms, how they are written, and you can observe, listen to this. The boy is reading a book. You can listen to that. So, how the rhythm is maintained. Now, can you mark stress and write weak forms you are using in these sentences? Students are coming to the library. Students are coming to the library. You are not using are, right? R. Students are coming to the library. To the library. Library. Where is the stress? Students coming library. They have completed the task. Completed task. Have, we do not use, they have completed the task. We do not say like that. They have completed the task. The weak form is used and it is said rather quickly. My friend is playing a video game. Friend is the content word, playing a video game. My friend is playing a video game. So, where is the nucleus here? It depends upon which game is your friend playing. Then probably for that question I will reply, my friend is playing a video game, not some other game, but video game. Then we make it, we use tonic accent on that and make that as nucleus. So, we have understood about phoneme, allophone, and what are phonemes and allophones? Phonemes are the distinct sounds and with similar phonetic quality, and allophones occur like p, pin, but the environment may be different. Like in pin, it is receiving stress. That is why it is said with aspiration. Thin, pin, tin, kink, and without speak, Skype. So, these are not receiving. We can put all those two allophones under one phoneme. And you have also understood about primary and secondary word stress. So, sounds become put together, become words, and in the words, when we are using words, we have syllables. A word comprises syllables, and out of those syllables, if you have more syllables, more than one or two, then you will have only one stress. If you have syllables more than two syllables, then one syllable receives stress. And if it is a long word with more syllables, then we have primary stress and secondary stress. One syllable is receiving more stress, like examination, and out of the remaining, another one is receiving is receiving determination, nation, and So, you have two words here receiving primary stress, two syllables receiving primary stress and secondary stress. And when we come to a sentence, in a sentence we have content words and grammatical words, and content words receive stress, whereas grammatical words do not receive stress and they are rather said quickly using weak forms. and you make one of them as your nucleus. Out of the content words which receive stress, one is made nucleus and it receives tonic accent. Now, let us see these examples. The boys are borrowing books for reading. The boys are borrowing books for reading. What are they borrowing? They are borrowing books. Here we have made books as our nucleus. And which are the other content words? Boys, borrowing, reading. So, the other ones which are occurring before the tonic accent, you can observe that the stress is marked above, whereas the reading, the stress is, it is receiving the stress, but it is marked before ra sound. So, before that syllable it is marked below. So, and one more change you can observe is whichever is receiving the tonic accent, the tone change is marked differently, not straight one, a bit slanting one. You can observe, you look at the picture and observe how tonic accent is marked, and after tonic accent whichever words receive stress, how they are marked. And let us see another sentence. The boys are returning books. Which are the content words here? Boys returning books. Here we have made as the last one. What are they returning? They are returning books. So, if you are asking questions, what are they returning? So, returning in the question, that is the one which is receiving tonic accent. Whereas in the answer, the boys are returning books. So, books is receiving tonic accent, that is the important word, that is why it is made nucleus, and the remaining ones, boys returning. You can observe that in returning the stress is marked on the same syllable, even if it is said in isolation, returning, or in connected speech when we are speaking, then at that time also the stress, the place of stress does not change, it occurs at the same place. The boys are returning books. Okay. You observe how it is marked, the stress is marked boys, and or you observe how the weak forms are written. The, how it is written? The, and then r, instead of are returning, we are using in the place of are r. The boys are returning books, r, and returning books, and sir is pronounced as z here. Can you answer the questions? What is a phoneme? What is the difference between primary and secondary stress? Primary. So, can you explain what is primary stress, what is secondary stress, and which words are receive stress in a sentence? We have just discussed grammatical words do not receive stress, whereas content words receive stress. And what is the need to use weak forms? Why do we use weak forms? We use weak forms because we want to maintain the rhythm in English while speaking. So, in connected speech it is necessary to use weak forms to say rather quickly to maintain the rhythm. So, students, I hope you have understood these 4 topics. Thank you so much.